What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Honda Recap. Thank you all for joining me for yet again another week. If this is your first time, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. If this is your first time, basically I'm just trying to go over all the things that have happened this past week here on YouTube and bring it into one digestible episode. So if you got school, family, friends, you just didn't have time to sit there on your phone or your computer, you can keep up with some of the Honda creators here on YouTube and kind of catch up, but also hang out with me so I can hang out with you, have a discussion down in the comments, and just hang out once a week. With that said, thank you all for joining for yet again. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. That out of the way, I'm really excited to know that I'm actually getting my PC kind of together and built pretty soon so we can be back to the old school way of doing the recaps where we hang out and I have a lot more special effects and we can get back more towards the show and less of a podcast. But I'm actually been really enjoying this time with you guys, hanging out, talking, discussing things as you guys are putting out content on a weekly basis. But to just give you guys an update on me and what I've been doing, I've been basically trying to put together a PC so I can get back to editing and bringing back the quality of the recap that I started at the very beginning. And guys, to kick it off, I wanted to say a big what up to all you guys that made it out there to Honda Day out there in Maryland. I know there was a hurricane going on the East Coast and that actually moved up Honda Day, so it was kind of unexpected for a lot of people. I'm sure it messed up a lot of people's flight plans or weekend trips for those of you that tried to make it to the other date, but they were trying to put your safety first, the car first, and just the enjoyment of the show kind of just, you know, out of harm's way in case a hurricane decided to blow through H-Day when it was actually going on. So I'm super excited to see all the videos that are going to be coming out from this weekend. I didn't expect them, but hopefully next weekend there's some really cool H-Day videos. Old Arrow, hopefully you made it out there, and a couple other cool people that I've been expecting to actually go out there and vlog and make videos. I think it's really cool that they took the time to actually reschedule. I know it was sooner than expected, but I'm expecting Offset Zoe to be out there, Nice Ones to do a good job. They're always bringing the heat. I want to see what's going on with the drag races. But like I said, props to all you guys that had to change your plans last minute and make it out to Honda Day. Let me see some cool videos. To kick these off, I just want to get right into the recap, and let's start off with some channels that I haven't talked about in the past. And to kick this off, I'm starting with Wide Open Throttle. This is a guy who's actually going to be in the Honda YouTube challenge. I think he's actually going to bring a B20 all-wheel drive CRV. Definitely check out his channel. He's got some cool videos coming up. CRV, I think, is a new one that he's actually putting together. It's got a B20 in it. It's all-wheel drive. He's going to get it together for the YouTube challenge. But I saw back in a couple videos, you do have some VW Beetle, like old school Beetle videos, and that's really cool. I used to have like a 72 Super Beetle. It was orange, carbureted. One of the funnest cars I ever had, so I really liked those videos that you were putting out. But super excited to see what you have going on with the CRV. I think you mentioned you're trying to get a different engine to also have the B20 on deck and maybe rebuild that one in the future. But like I said, Wide Open Throttle. Tyler, you're doing a good job. Keep putting out new videos, man. I'm really enjoying it. All right, following that, we got ShadesWade and the DC5 Revival. He's got his old K20A2 motor out of his old car and getting the motor that is in the new car that he just got pulled out, which is also a K20A2 because he got another Type S. But I believe Monday or Tuesday, the K20A that he just got is going in along with the plethora of goodies that he's been hoarding. You got Hasport mounts, Alpha Race header, K-Tune Pro shifter, a lot of goodies that are going into this build. He actually tried to get out to Heyday, but you know, they moved it forward, so he wasn't actually able to make it because he's sitting there with a car with essentially no engine. Like I said, a lot of cool stuff coming his way. Really excited to see you get that build together, man. You've put a lot of time and patience and everything else into that car. All right, next up we got It's a Stew. We haven't talked about him for quite a while. This guy's in the UK. He's got an EP3 turbo. I think a long time ago he was going for like 400 wheel horsepower, which is awesome to know. I think he took like a month hiatus, but he's back. He's trying to do videos once a week, and I'm really happy about that because I was really enjoying the EP3 content. There's not too many EP3s out there on YouTube between you and Redline Racer, and I think that's probably the only other EP3. Actually, that's not true. There's one more, but I'm blanking on your name. I'm really sorry. All right, next up, we got Four Bangers Production. Right-hand drive Kev has been putting out a bunch of videos on him actually building a new engine, and today is the day he put out a video of taking the engine out of his old chassis and showing you what it's like to drive your car every single day. He's moved around state to state, and he hasn't trailered the car. He's definitely been driving it. So he's got some rust. He's got some cracks on shock towers, but you know what? That just shows wear and tear on the car. He's put so much time and effort into this car. He's not going to part it it out. He's not just trying to get a new chassis. He's showing you know what? You can repair this, and I will repair this, and I really commend you, dude, because you're not giving up. You're just like, cool, I spent a bunch of time and money on this engine. Now I have to shift my efforts to making this chassis worthy of what I've just built. Props to you, man. I love the way you produce content, and I can't wait for the next episode. All right, next up, we got Jason from Engineering Explained. There's been many videos out there showing you how VTech works, and this is just Engineering Explained's updated version of how VTech works. Behind him, he had a bunch of other cars with his S2000, but I love the fact that he actually sat there with a brand new FK8 motor, sitting there, took the valve cover off, and actually showed you how VTech works on that particular motor because it does have a turbo. Really awesome video. Jason does always a really good job explaining how things work. That's basically what the basis of his channel is about. So really happy that you've fallen in love with Honda. You've really been enjoying your S2000, and you used the new Type R engine as the example for this video. Speaking of engines, we got Chris from VHB Engines. He's now settled in, and he's got a little workshop going on in his backyard. He's kind of showed you in his latest video what he plans to do, how he's getting everything organized to make that happen. It's been a while since he's had time to actually sit down and work on something for himself. So I'm really happy for you. You're getting settled in at home, getting a little workstation like you used to have in the garage. I look forward to some crazy new builds coming out of you, man. Keep it up. All right, speaking of Honda Day, we got Gerb Performance. This guy actually has a first video out that I saw. There might be some other ones, but he actually drove from Connecticut out to Maryland in his car and kind of just vlogged the whole trip, which is really awesome because I know that means you got some other great content in the works, and this is just video one. Really excited to see what you have coming to you. I love the editing that you do. Have fun. I'm glad that you drove safe. I'm sorry you went through all that traffic, but you know what? I'm sure it was worth it this weekend. All right, next up, we got Pablo, SP Tuning, taking Lafayette out to the track, spitting fire. It's insane to know that your car can just do that. I think you made, it's over 600, close to 700 horsepower. I'm really excited for you, man, because you know what? I see what you've built with this car, so I'm excited to see what you do for the Honda Challenge. And I'm really happy that you guys out there in Florida got the ability to actually go out to the track and have it not rain. I know you got different gears in the transmission. You got skinnies in the rear. Rafael's got a weight plate in the front. So you're out there test and tune, trying to see how to actually drive the car and get better. So when it comes down to it, you know exactly how to drive your car. All right, back to drag racing. We got Brent, PFI Speed. I want to talk about this channel way more in the future as well. So much cool content coming out of there. And in the latest video, he actually sat there with Feng's new transmission. He's got new PPG gears, and that car is making insane amount of power. Have you been following along with that channel? I'm sure you guys have. They're building a really awesome S2000. I'm a fan of S2000, so I'm really happy that you guys chose that chassis, getting a cage put into it, and it's coming out awesome. So I'm really following along with your stuff, man. Awesome what you're doing with the community, and I love the fact that just every day you're just building something better and faster, and you've been doing this forever. Following that, we got Trey Be Dippin out there with the Prelude, has another one. One of the only other channels, like I said, there's not too many different kinds of builds out there, so I really love the fact that you're bringing the Prelude content. I think you got a 4th gen. Picked that up from somebody who had a bunch of random parts. You can really tell all of you guys are just Prelude enthusiasts. You know, you go to other people's homes, they got tons of DC Integra parts or EG hatch or just EJ1 hatch. This guy had so many Prelude parts, and you know what? That's your culture. That's just the chassis that you guys are in, so you hang out with those kind of people. So I'm really excited that you're bringing some more 4th gen Prelude action to YouTube. I want to see what you guys do. It looks a little rough, but you know what? That's what you guys do. Clean it up, get it back on the road, and have fun. All right, speaking of having fun, we got Matt, MT Garage, has a Frankenstein H22 EK hatch that finally got a rear disc on the hatch. Tons of work. I think it's been warming up out there. You finally had time to get this car on the track, dial it in, figure out what you need. And I know in the latest episode you just put out, getting a full disc conversion out on the EK. That's really awesome. I know you've been trying to do that for quite a while, stacking up parts, and now you are finally able to do that. Little by little, you're getting this car ready, track ready, and I love the fact that in between actual upgrades, you get it to the track, you actually dial in what you have and kind of figure out where you want to go with the car instead of just throwing a bunch of stuff at it and then finally taking it there. Next up, we got SI Ricko doing an unboxing of the Hybrid Racing new B&D shifter. This is one of the better ones. I love the fact that you actually took apart the entire thing, the shifter out of the body, discussed spherical bearings, how you were going to install it, and actually took every single piece off of it. There's not too many videos out there showcasing the shifter aside from Hybrid Racing itself, but I really liked the fact that you actually disassembled everything so you can see the actual rod, the housing, the bearing, and actually got a good view of the mechanical ability of the shifter. It was a great unboxing. I really enjoy it, and I know you discussed a few times on Instagram and in the video that you're planning to install it a certain way. I can't wait for the next video because I actually saw that little plate that you made for the shifter. I want to see how that looks in the car. Following that, we got Boosted Boys with Hush Performance in the latest video. I'm super happy to see that collaboration go down because I've been following Robert for Hush Performance for a very long time. He's definitely in the EF world doing this cable to hydro conversions. And then we got Kyle, you know, big wagon guy, putting the K-Series in it, got the new Hasport mounts and getting that all set up and a first start. So really happy you're getting all that work done to the wagon, man. And I'm really happy also that you took the time to paint the bay and actually elevate the build. I know you got a new door from the pick and pull. So kind of shows you're not trying to slap this build together. You're trying to give Wago the respect it deserves, and it's definitely paying off right now. All right, following that, we got Bodevision. I want to talk about this guy for a minute. This is something I'll actually, you know, ask you guys out there as the Honda creators to go and watch this guy's latest video. I very, very much enjoyed it. It wasn't working on cars. It wasn't showing you how to do something. It was just him and the camera, and he had old footage of how he started getting into cars. He's been at it a while. He had an EK, he did a front end conversion, he swapped it, he did a lot of the work himself, and a lot of these videos were old and you can tell by the quality, but you know what? That's just what we had at the time. So you see him pop in, kind of give you a little story of where he started and why his passion is the way it is right now. And I kind of want to throw that out there to you other content creators. I think Zosh made a video like this with his EJ quite some time ago showing you his first car, but there's a lot of people out there that have been doing this for a while, not strictly on YouTube, but just been building cars. And I'm sure you have photos, which is awesome to see, old videos. It was just really cool to sit down and actually watch where you come from in a short form factor of just like, yeah, dude, I've been doing this for a while. This was my car. It caught a lot of attention. You were on Honda Tech really early on, like a lot of us were, because that's really all there was. So like I said, man, awesome job on that video. I was really excited to watch it, and it turned out great. Kind of do a like where I came from video and have old footage. I would love to see it, and I think the community would also enjoy that. Next up, we got Adam Ivell in the EG build. Another update. Adam's been putting out videos once, maybe twice a week if he can do that. I really respect that. In his latest video, he has a Recaro pole position with the proper mounts in the hatch now, and it looks amazing. It's just what you want to see when you look at It's just what you want to see when you look through the windows. Just a beautiful black Recaro pole position. I'm sure it fits perfectly in there. You win it. I've sat in a pole position and actually did emails at work for a while. They're very comfortable. Yes, I sat in a pole position just working on emails with the laptop. It's just a fun chair, but in a car, it's definitely the way you want to be driving. It's very comfortable and it looks great in that EG. It's coming along, man. Don't give up. I know you haven't. All right, after that, we got John Widmer, Garage Built Hondas. You know what? This guy, just like Static, loves the EF chassis, and I love that about you too. So, last video of Garage Built Honda, he has a friend with the CRX. They put a new timing belt and water pump in the car, got a good eBay exhaust they threw on it because you know what? This person's gonna go and take it to the track. They didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a really nice exhaust. Maybe it's his end game exhaust and he's gonna take it on the track or fly off and completely destroy it. So this was a good idea to just throw something on there that it wasn't rusted out like a lot of old EF exhausts are. And you know what? It sounded great, but it's really cool that you were there with your friend, helping him get the car prepped for a track day to just become a more hardcore enthusiast in the chassis. Following that, we got Youngsatatic saving another EF. Ended up with another CRX, had a messed up front bumper, hood, and you know what? Static knows exactly what to do. Found the parts, massaged it all up, got everything put together, and it turned out really awesome to know that you're just saving another chassis. Everything else in the car was great. It didn't need to go to the junkyard. It could totally be saved with a little elbow grease, and that's what Static's about. How to just turn something that needs a little help into something great. You've seen it a million times on his channel. Aside from that, he's got some awesome new goodies for the budget build drag CRX and a couple other new goodies for the other cars that he's got in the yard. I'm really excited how well you turned around that black CRX that you ended up with a couple days ago, spraying the clear on the carbon fiber hood. It came out amazing. It only took you so long using that Suds Box product to bring back the paint. It's amazing to see that even how long that paint has been out there, you turned it around with just a drill, a couple pads, and some time. All right, last but not least, we got Zosh. In his latest video, if you've been watching, he's definitely getting that K24 ready to go into Crustina. I think he painted it in his last video and took the transmission mount out of the car. If you haven't been following or you haven't really been into K-Series, I'm sure a lot of you are, so I'm just throwing this out there. You do have to remove the B-Series transmission mount off the frame rail because that's where the motor side goes. Obviously, it's flipped around. It's not a B-Series. So definitely had to take that off. You're going to have to take the flap disc, clean off the body, paint it so it doesn't rust. And then I think next up, he's actually going to start painting the engine bay. And then K goes in. It's really awesome how fast you're putting out content. You're not chilling. You're not taking your time. And as I was watching your latest video, I realized that, you know, you're at this point without an engine, about to put in a K-Series into your Integra, and you just built a Ruckus, and there was no like stalling between that. It's actually really awesome how much you've done in just the past couple months, and that's no doubt why you're growing so fast. So props to you, man. I can't wait to that first startup. All right, guys, with that said, that's it for this week in the Honda Recap. Thank you all for joining in for another week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell, so like I said, so you're notified every Monday night at 8 p.m. when this thing airs. And for all you guys on the East Coast that are staying up till 11, thank you so much for that. I'm thinking of maybe moving this up a little earlier so that way the guys on the East Coast don't have to stay up so late. You can watch this and still enjoy your night. But I thoroughly appreciate all of you that stay up so late and let me know that you're still up at 11 or 12 o'clock at night before you go to sleep. You're the real MVP. So like I said, guys, that's it for this week. Definitely go over to hondavlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up a shirt. Pick yourself up a hoodie. It is getting cold out now. We're getting to that time of the year. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.